Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we got some really fun things to do. We have some new Viseart palettes. This is the Tryst palette and this is the Theory palette called Siren. These are what I'm wearing today, and if you're curious about my look or the look of the past week, because I have been using them quite a bit in the couple of days that I've had them, just go ahead and just keep watching. If you're new here, please subscribe before you go. We'd love to have you as part of our squad. And be the encourager. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. Tell me what else you might want to see. Hi guys, welcome back. Hopefully I remember to do my intro. Today we're going to use the Viseart Tryst palette, which I just got a couple days ago. See those gorgeous colors? I'll insert swatches. And we are going to use the Viseart Siren palette, which I got in the same order from Muse Beauty Pro. Hopefully this will be a fun little get ready with me using these new products that are just out for spring of 2018. As we go along, I'm going to talk about some of the things I bought in my Muse Beauty Pro order. If you follow me on social media, you've probably heard all about it already. One of the things that I bought, which looks like I've already put away because they're not sitting here, is a set of the little 5-gram jars, sample jars. You can never find a small enough size at like Sally's or Ulta or anything like that. And I know you can buy them in bulk on eBay, but I like to support brands that support artists, so I bought them at Muse Beauty Pro. What else I bought was a few brushes. If you know me at all, you know I'm a brush fanatic and I'm really particular about my brushes. And you know what? I should probably do my makeup while I sit here. I'm going to put my blush on because I know what I'm going to use. And I'm going to use this Color Harmony blush by Milani in Coral Beams. Formulas have changed a lot in the last few years, especially. And with better technology, there are more pigmented products and products that perform differently than like when I started with makeup a few years before that. And as the technology has changed and the formulas have changed, my need for brushes has changed. It's like you could use an oil brush with like say an acrylic painting, but you wouldn't. You wouldn't get quite the performance out of it that you would if you use a brush for the right kind of painting. If you use a watercolor brush for watercolor and a brush for acrylics, it's the same kind of thing with makeup. I was so excited when I first tried, boy, I look puffy, don't I? When I first tried the Esum brushes from Muse Beauty Pro, they were exactly what I was looking for in as far as the density, the display of the brushes, the shape. These allow you to pick up pigments in a way that say like a similar looking brush, the MAC 252, doesn't. The MAC 252, it comes more to a tapered point. It doesn't have much splay. It's rather stiff. And the Esum, this is a 23, the Esum W23, it comes to a finely tapered to an exact degree point, and it has a little bit of a thicker volume in here so that you can really get the pigment in your brush. Stephanie Nicole did a video with Alphonse from Muse Beauty Pro, and he explains all about the brushes and what they're used for and all that kind of stuff. And I'll link it below because obviously he's going to do a much better job than I am. But I've been really impressed with these brushes. They're exactly what I had hoped they would be. They pick up the rich pigments and the newer formulas on the market in the way that I had hoped that my old brushes just don't do as well. So in this order, I ordered a W21, which is smaller than the W23. It's still a cat tongue shaped brush. It's shorter and it's not as wide. It's for the same kind of formulas, and I really wanted another W23, and then I wanted the W25 also, but This one was on sale, so I bought this instead. This is something that I use this shape a lot in cheap fakey brushes, and they just don't perform that well. These I can only use with creams because they just don't perform well with powders. This one I can use with cream or powder, whatever I want. The other brush that I bought is a tight lining brush. And you can see that this has a really flat head. It comes to a chisel point with these dual brushes. This allows you to get into your product. This is how, well, I'll show you how I load my brush when we get there. But this allows you to get into the product, to load the product on the brush, to be able to apply it correctly. There are some, you know, cheapy Fakos on the market, but they don't perform as well. For like the last 15 years, now where is it? I've used a Stila brush. It's a double-ended brush that came with a palette. And that's the only real tight lining brush I had. I had bought others, but they just didn't perform very well. Like this MAC brush, this is a 231. It's not exactly a tight lining brush, and the way the bristles are formed, it doesn't perform that well. It also doesn't have a flat head, but I've been forced to use it as a tight liner. And this one from Beauty Junkies, this is thicker across the top here. It doesn't give you a precise line. It's just not going to work the same. So anyway, I'm glad to have another tight lining brush because I like to have 2, 3, 4 or more of the same kind of brush because I use a lot of different colors. I use a lot of different brushes, and I don't want to have to scrub them all out while I'm using them. First thing I'm going to do is put down some primer. I'm going to use this NYX glitter primer. This has quite a bit of stick to it, so I'm going to lay down the lightest color in the palette, and I'm going to lay it down, have really diffuse so that it doesn't get real concentrated in a spot, but has a larger pattern of application. And I'm going to lay it down with this Delazzi crease brush that I like so much because it's so fat and played out, and it will disperse in large zones, just like what I want right now. Again, we blend it into our brush and work it on with our little circles. And when I first, I don't know if you've seen any of my other Get Ready With Me, but when I first put it to the eye, I just tap in little areas and blend it in circles as I go because I don't want any one area to have a super big concentration of the shadow, because then I would look really stupid. With my S33, you see the S33? I want to show you something. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. This is the MAC 226 brush. Oh, you probably can't see it, but this MAC 226 brush has a definite taper that goes off at an angle, and it's cut so different so that it's going to make more of a point and more of a concentrated point in your crease. I don't really want a concentrated point. I want one that has a nice little tip up here, but that I can use the sides to diffuse my crease color. If I want to cut crease or something like that, I could also do that with this brush. And so I think this is so versatile because you can diffuse your color, or you can have a more concentrated cut crease type of thing. I'm going to go right in my crease. I know you can't tell, but I pick it up and put it down, pick it up and put it down, pick it up and put it down, and so that I'm not just creating a big line of color. And then I blend it. I'm blending it out to this bone because I have a lot of, should we call it texture in my crease? Look at all that texture. I have a lot of texture there. So I want to, what I'm trying to do is placing the color in a way that draws whoever's looking, draws the eye up towards here, this outer bone, elongates my eye, raises my eye, and that's the look I want to go for. Now I'm going to take my little Tarte unicorn brush, and I'm going to get some of this dark color, this dark rusty peach color. I'm going to work it in my brush, and I'm going to start applying it at where my indented crease meets the brow bone, I'm starting to apply it right up here to, again, draw that eye up. And I'm going to bring it in a little bit into the crease. And on the outer third. Because we got to start building some color on this lid, right? These are such pretty colors. You see me in purples a lot because I like purples, and my husband requests it a lot. So, but it's nice to wear something different, and I just really like these colors. Of course, I'd be tempted to go purple with the Tryst palette, but I'm trying to force myself to do different things. You know, expand my repertoire. I'm going to take my pencil brush and I'm going to take some of this color and I'm going to smudge it out on the lower lid and concentrate most of the color on the outer V. If you drag it from the outside in, it will give the greatest deposit of color at the outside where I want it today. This is a Cosette brush that I got at the makeup show. They gave it to me. It's got foundation on it, but we'll use the clean side and just diffuse this underneath the eye a little bit. I like how that feels. I don't know that I've ever used this brush before. It's big and fat, and it's the way that it's cut, it's almost like feels spongy. I want to lay down some of this burnished peach right here. I don't know if these have names or not, but if they do, anyway, burnished peach. I want to lay this down on the outer corner because I want to make that shiny and foiled. I'm going to do it first with a brush, and then I'll probably go in with my fingertip. And I'm going to take, the W23 is perfect for this. I'm going to wet it with a setting spray because I do want that foiled look. I just sprayed everything. I'm not a fan of using my fingers because I'll poke myself in the eye because of my fingernails. But sometimes that's the best way to get a foil on your eye when you want to foil it. Isn't that a pretty color? I hope you can see it. I hope I wasn't leaning too far forward. I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to use the other side. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to use the other side. I'm going to wet it and I'm going to, well, I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to wet it because, again, I want to do a foiled, I want to use this pink frosty color and I want to foil that and put it on my inner eye. And the way my eye shape is, I just want it down here underneath where it creases because, gee, I don't know, something's happening with my eye and it kind of wants to have lots of creases. So I'm going to be careful about my placement to keep it on my mobile lid. I'm going to take my other pencil brush. This is why I need a lot of brushes. I work dirty. When I used to have a real job, I would have somebody that cleaned my brushes for me as I went, which is so helpful when you have an assistant or something. Okay, so I'm going to put this up in my corner, underneath in the inner corner, spread it. This is my highlight. And then what I'm going to do, I want to use my tight lining brush and I want to tight line with this plummy color here. And I want it to be wet because I don't want a lot of fallout. Plus I want it to stick where I put it. So I'm going to wet my brush with my Pixie setting spray. I'm going to dip in on both sides of my brush. Not going in like this because you don't want to splay the brush out. I want a thin specific line that I can build to whatever size I want. So I'm going in on both sides of the brush to load my brush And then as I tightline, I'll move it around to use all the product. Like I'll use the one side and then I'll use the other side. And we'll do the other eye. This is a really nice tightlining brush. I had been looking for forever for a good tightlining brush. I was so frustrated that I only ever had the one, and of course, you know, lose it half the time. I'm also going to line my bottom lashes with this same color. I'm going to put it right there in the lash line. This is a great color. Then I'm going to take the pencil shader and I'm going to smudge some of this underneath my lash line on the outer corner and draw it in a little bit. Just draw it in to let it diffuse. And we're not done with our little tight line yet. I'm going to also tight line the tops of my lids to be my liner. I don't want to go in heavy with a black liner today on this look. I want it to be cohesive and kind of soft. I'm just really pushing that in there. This is a great color for green eyes. Actually, they're all great colors for green eyes. I think they're pretty universal. Look great on blue, look great on brown. Nice, 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 nice. If like you're not comfortable doing liner or even pencil liner, tight lining right on top of the lashes is a really good way to thicken up that lash line and not have to worry about where you're drawing. You just use little blobs. Use little blobs and go blop, 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 blop. And I wanted to use this color because I just think it's a gorgeous color. And then for my last little bit of party here, I'm going to take a crease brush and get a little bit of this color, work it in there. I just want a little bit, and I want it on the outer, be on top of that, and work it up into the crease a little. Gives a little depth and dimension. Should we put on lashes? Yes, we should put on lashes. Because it's kind of a soft look, I want to do kind of a soft highlighter. I'm going to use this one from Milani. It's the Afterglow in Strobelight. It is very soft. I never thought I'd use it for anything because it's so soft. I'm going to use it under my brow. Well, maybe I'll put some... Okay, this is what I'm going to do first. I'm going to put this here because it's a very light matte colored shade. And I'm going to kind of push this up here and blend. Then I'm going to put some of what I'm going to use for highlight up there and work it into the brush and put it right under there. This will draw the attention again up and maybe away from my wrinkles. Work it into our brush. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. For mascara, I like to use Osmosis Cobra Curling Mascara. because it is waterproof and it actually works. I'm going to go for a more concentrated color of a highlight because I just want to use this highlight so bad. This is the Peach Glow by Laura Geller, the Baked Gelato. I'm just going to put it like right there. I know it looks exactly the same, right? But it is a little bit pinky peachier. And now we're going to put on some lashes, and what I have is I brought in my Esqido. This is the Unisyn collection. This is PB&J. It's a moderate lash. Gosh, it's got like really fine fibers. It's just, wow, excellent workmanship. Again, they feel like silk underwear. They're just so nice. Hey, here's my 5-gram jars. Again, support people who support artists. Esqido glue is by far the best glue I've ever used. It's lightweight. It creates a strong bond. It's not goopy. It's not thick. It just, man, you can't beat this glue. Now we're going to put on our lips, and we are, what do we want to use today? I think today I'm going to use a rosy color. Yesterday I used plum because I wanted to bring out the plum in the brown of the my eyes. Today I'm going to use kind of a rosy color. I'm going to use a different Jessie's Girl, which is called Ventura. Jessie Ventura. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury lip cheats. I'm going to use the Plummy Berry Naughty. So this is Jessie's Girl Ventura. Yeah, I'm going to use that. All I got to do is use my finishing powder, which is the Physicians Formula Translucent Mineral Pearls. Bop, 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 to do all, wop, bam, boom. And then I'm going to set it with setting spray. Do I want to go matte? No. I'm going to use my Hard Candy Glow Spray. I usually like to do that before I put on my mascara so that it doesn't ruin my mascara, but I forgot. So, there we have our look with the Siren and Tryst palettes. I think we'll get a lot of use out of these, don't you? I mean, look at that. It is like so many good colors. And this one honestly just took my breath away when I opened it. It was so beautiful. Such great peaches. Also, the Theory palettes come with this little bit of plastic, and you know I love that because I can use that to rub my brush in it and to mix my colors there. It's like a little bitty palette for me. So thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you were able to come by, and I hope you enjoyed the Get Ready With Me. Let me know what you think of the Viseart palettes. Let me know if you want to see a brush tutorial at all of the different kind of brushes that I use and what I use them for. If you have a request for any other colors in a Get Ready With Me, just let me know down below. Please subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. Be part of our squad and be the encourager. Give me a thumbs up, and thanks for coming. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we got some really fun things to do. We have some new Viseart palettes. This is the Tryst palette, and this is the Theory palette called Siren. These are what I'm wearing today. And if you're curious about my look or the look of the past week, because I have been using them quite a bit in the couple of days that I've had them, just go ahead and just keep watching. If you're new here, please subscribe before you go. We'd love to have you as part of our squad. And be the encourager. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. Tell me what else you might want to see.